Hello and welcome to this review for Between Two Cities, the Essential Edition by Stonemaier Games, who, as often, were very kind to send me a copy and see what my opinion on it is. And of course I made a tutorial video, so if you want to know what everything looks like and how you play it, have a look at those, so I can just stick to what I think of the game. Just so you know, Stonemaier always says, give your honest opinion, and you can say whatever you want, because we're not even going to look at it. We're just going to post it on our website, even if you didn't like it, which is quite easy to say if you make games that basically most people enjoy a lot. Same goes for Between Two Cities. If you're not familiar with it, there's also a different game called Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which is basically the same concept, but this one came first, and there's a different game called Castles of Mad King Ludwig, and Stonemaier thought, let's mash up those two together, in which we use both elements from this game and the other game, but mostly it's more like this game. Since I was familiar with Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig first, I think that is the reason why that one has my slight preference. I think it's like with a music album. If you ever bought a Prince album and you liked it and you bought more Prince albums, the chances are it's that first one that you always think, oh, this is my favorite album. That's how, whatever you're familiar with first, often that will turn out to be your favorite. Not always, I know, but so yeah, between Two Cities and Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig, the latter one is my favorite, because it might be just a tiny bit more complex than this one, because it has these bonuses that you can add to whatever you've built. But doesn't mean I do not like this one, because that concept of both games, it's where you work together with the player to your left and to your right to make a city or a castle, but only one player can win the game. So you're being interactive with the people around you, and you have to be cooperative, but there can be only one winner. It's still a competitive game. That, I think, is just a brilliant concept, and it's fun. So yeah, this one has that, the other one has it. Fantastic. This one is easier because, like I said, it doesn't have all this bonus stuff going on. It just has build your city and get your points at the end of the game. So yeah, I think that's easier. The only limitation you have is that here you have to build your city in a square. It doesn't matter how exactly you do that, as long as it's a square. That's the only sort of challenge that you have. And for the rest, it's really quickly on the table. It's ready to play within just a few minutes. It's easy to explain. It's easy to play. It's about 45 minutes long, which is, especially for people who are not that familiar with games, it's a perfect time. Yeah, great. Let's go to what's in the box. Well, first, actually, this box wasn't sealed completely, which I think is a good thing, but it had like 4 stickers around the lid attached to the bottom. There's another publisher that does that as well, but I do have to say, from the other publisher, when I try to get them off, it goes quite easily. Here, I actually cut them open and left it because I was so worried that I was gonna rip off the artwork from the box, because they do seem to be stuck quite well. I've not tried after that. Maybe they do come off, I don't know, but yeah, so happy they used less plastic to cover the whole box, but those translucent stickers around it, not sure. Inside the box, Stonemaier always has games that they think like a gamer, so the box will be in such a way that it's easy to store things and they don't move around too much. Same goes for this one, except with Between Two Castles, the other game that's very similar to this one, you get these trays and they are fantastic. Here it's just the box itself, so it's a bit less effort, but it didn't bother me because it's still very functional. Then what's in it is the tiles. What I do like about this is that the tiles are slightly bigger than the other game, so you can properly see what's on it. Because this one and the other game do have little icons on the tiles themselves, but they're small, so yeah, so it's easier to see what's written on these tiles. Also, I think there are less categories which you can score points with, so that's also good for this one, for being an easier version than the other one. And the scoring sheet, that might be one thing that I think is a bit much. It's a big scoring sheet and it's just for one of the cities. So every player will get well, you do need a few sheets for just one game, and there are 2 blocks of sheets, scoring sheets, in that game. Yeah, and if you write on it with pencil, you could rub it out and use it again, but most people use a pen and then you throw it away. I think there are enough scoring sheets in there, but they're too big. It's like this much for only one city's scoring. So that could have been either, it could have been smaller or it could have been divided up into several small bits, but yeah, that was a bit unnecessarily big in my opinion. And for the rest, yeah, like I said, short game, quickly on the table, easily explained, easy to play, and a lot of fun with that brilliant mechanism where you work together with the people sitting next to you, but only one person can win. And the way it's set up, you have to do your very best with both people you're working with. You can't say, well, this one has a bigger chance of winning, so I'll put all my effort into this one. No, because your lowest score from that one and that one, whichever scores lowest, is the one that is your final score. So you have to do your very best with both of them. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this one and the other one, Between Two Castles, in my collection. I'm also never played the original print, so this is the Essential Edition that was released last year. From what I understand from a friend who had played the other one, the only difference is that this one comes with a starting landscape. Between every player that you place this landscape, this small square landscape, and you have to put your very first tile on that landscape, and from then on it's up to you what you do with it. And I understand that that is the only difference, but maybe I'm wrong. You can let me know in the comments. They, as far as I know, they didn't change that much. Anyway, yeah, brilliant concept, fun, just as fun as the other one. Between Two Castles is a tiny bit more complex because more ways to score and you get bonus things. You don't have those here, but yeah, fun game. I'm happy with it, yeah, I'm curious if you know if there's more difference between this one and the previous version. Let me know. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you for the next one.